year. And here on Yud Gimel Av, the 13th of Av, happens to be the Hilula of a really great rabbi of Moroccan heritage. His name was Rabbi Raphael Haim Moshe ben Naim. Zecher Tzadik Libracha, also known as a Rachaman, also, which is very interesting also. He was born in the English state, the 15th of January in the year 1845, and he passed away on the 28th of July in 1920. He was approximately 75 years of age at the time passing. On Yud Gimel Av, the 13th of Av, he would become a great judge, a dayan, a posek halacha, a writer of many different Torah works. Also, he would become also a shluchei d'Rabbanan, as we can learn about in the course of the video. He will become the rabbi of Gibraltar towards right at the end of the 19th century and the start of the 20th century, respectively. So it's actually interesting. He was actually born in Tetuan in Morocco, which had a great Torah community also over there. His father was a great rabbi, Rabbi Yeshaya ben Naim. Also, and just after he was born, their family moved to the land of Israel, and they dwelt in the area called Haifa over there, respectively. And over there, at that point in time, he was learning a lot of Torah, but also, I believe he was also working in a shop at some stage in time. He was quite young, and it was actually interesting. I think he was learning under the auspices of Rabbi David ben Shimon in Haifa, and it's actually interesting. Under his request, he asked him to move to Tiberias because there was probably more greater yeshivot at that stage in time. I think he actually contributed from his own money also to send him there because they saw really what a great Torah talent he was potentially. And at the age of Bar Mitzvah, he started learning with another great rabbi, Rabbi Chaim Shmuel Kohen Konorti, who happened to be, I believe, an Shadar and also Ab Bet Din and Chacham Bashi, a chief rabbi in Tiberias, respectively. So he had a really, really great Talmid, and he became the star student over there. And in the Hebrew year, Tafresh Chaf, he suffered from health problems, and that prompted his mother to add the name Raphael to his name. Unfortunately, around that time period also, I believe his mother had passed away. And then when he was just 16 years of age, he actually got married to Rabbanit Rachel, who happened to be the daughter of Rabbi Shmuel Israel, who was also another great rabbi. And after he got married, they dwelt in the area of Tiberias. Obviously, there was a Shivot, and he was learning over there also. And I believe he was teaching the great Rabbi Yaakov Chai Zrichen. Now, Rabbi Yaakov Chai Zrichen, we actually spoke about in previous videos before. He was a great rabbi, also very much connected to Gibraltar and Tiberias, respectively. And then I believe in the Hebrew year, Hey Taf Reish, Lamed Dalet, they sent him along as the representative of the rabbis of Tiberias as a Shadash Shluchei d'Rabbanan, where he became very well traveled. He traveled to Turkey, to Greece, and also to Egypt at that stage in time. Very great places to mitchazek those communities and strengthen them within regards to the Torah. Unfortunately, there was more troubleships. I believe his wife had passed away in the year Tafresh Mem Gimel, and he went back to actually go to further countries in order to raise funds for Tiberias and to strengthen communities. This time he went to Algeria, Tunisia, and also reported over to Morocco. So he was very, very well traveled during these years. And in the year Tafresh Memvav, he went back to An, the place where he was born over there. And over there he would get married a second time because unfortunately his first wife had passed away. And then they actually wanted to appoint him as the rabbi of Tiberias, which I believe he refused that position, and he got appointed instead as a rabbi in Gibraltar, also, which he was a Moreh Tzedek there also, and he worked also in Lisbon, in Portugal, also I believe at the same time, where he was teaching, and especially with regards to various books, including the Choshen Mishpat and the Eben Ha'ezer, respectively. And it's actually interesting. I believe he wrote essays. His son, Rav Shmuel, also wrote essays. I think even reported over just at the young age of the year 17 years of age. He did suffer for more health problems. I believe his eye situation, there was troubles with that towards the end of his life, and he passed away on Yud Gimel Av in the year Hey Tafresh Pei. This was, as we stated at the beginning, I believe in the year 1920. So we're talking about 104 years ago from the time of recording the video. He was reported over to be buried in Gibraltar. And I believe after he passed away, the next person that was appointed that position was Rabbi Shlomo El Maliach, also became the rabbi of Gibraltar, respectively. It's actually interesting. He had close connections with many of the Rabbanim, especially in Morocco, he was very close to Rabbi Raphael. In Kava, a great rabbi that we've spoken about before, who happened to be a judge in Sela, and also one of the great rabbis of Morocco. Also, another one was Rabbi Mordechai ben Jo, another guy who actually, I think, was the rabbi of Tangier, respectively. Also, Rabbi Shmuel Nahon, also, who was another great rabbi, Posek Halacha and Ab Bet Din, also respectively in Morocco, and would become the rabbi of Tetuan, respectively. Also, there was also Rabbi Raphael Moshe Elbaz, who happened to be the rabbi of Tzipora, I hope I pronounce it correctly, which is in the center of Morocco, and Rabbi Shlomo Ibn Danan, also, who happened to be the rabbi of Fes, respectively. So many of the great rabbanim of Morocco he had been corresponding with for many, many years. It's actually interesting. Many of the great rabbanim spoke at the highest praise within regards to the Chacham himself. Let's explore some of the books that he wrote. He wrote many different drashot and teshuvot, different answers to tough halachic questions, also including the Shut Rachamim Pshutim. What was this? This was, I believe, it was printed actually in Tunisia, if I'm not mistaken, the Hebrew year Tafresh Ayin. There was a Pete Rechem, which was based on various different drashot. This actually was printed in Jerusalem. Then there was a Kol Tachana, also, where the name Tachana was interchanged from a taf to a tet. It was a contrast on with regards to the grinding of kemach, let's just say, from within regards to matzot, the laws of matzot, within regards to mills. Very, very interesting. That was actually printed in Jerusalem itself, and there was a Drush Eretz Yisrael also printed in Jerusalem also. Now, it's actually interesting, he left great descendants. His daughter, Esther, Rabbanit Esther, got married to Rabbi Moshe Kalfon, who was one of the great rabbis of Tiberias, also respectively. His son, Rabbi David, was appointed, I believe, the rabbi of the great Kehila of Etz Chaim in Gibraltar, and had many different prominent positions, also various other. His grandson, Rabbi Yaakov ben Naim, was, I think, put in another prominent position in Yeshiva, Nachlat Moshe, in Jerusalem. And another one of his grandchildren, Rabbi Abraham Kalfon, was appointed, I think, interesting enough, part of the Chaver Knesset Hashniya, the second Knesset, Israeli Knesset, if I am not mistaken. So he didn't have just great Rabbanim actually come from him. He had actually Knesset members actually came from him. So he passed away in the English year 1920. We're talking about 104 years ago from the time of recording. Please don't forget to light candles in the great rabbi's memory, and please subscribe to the channel. We've covered a lot of videos about a lot of the great rabbanim from yesteryear. So I'm wishing you all brachot from Israel. Take care and have a great day.